Okay, we're back on. We're going to stack. I call this a half stack because I've had a full Reuben, and I've also had a stack one. And I seen that on YouTube, the stack Reuben, because it's low carb. So it's not anything that I just thought, what can I have? I remember back when I seen it and wanted to use these ingredients. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and stack it. And we're going to stack it in the medium dish that Shirley Bryant sent me. The Martha Stewart. Martha White. Okay. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I toasted lightly this little piece of rye. And I'm going to put it right in here. I'm putting 2 in here. We're going to have 2. Okay. Go put that in there. Put you back here so you can see the dish. Wait a minute. There we go. So there, we're going to have that. And then this, let me get that out of the way. And by the way, I found some caramel I had homemade in my refrigerator. So I'm going to let it sit there a minute and try it and see if it's good. Okay, so now what I want to do is, since we're eating this, I want to just take a tad bit of butter on that toast. Hi. I finally got back on. I could not get my iron out of the oven with one hand. So just a little tad bit of butter on that toast. Now this is not the way it's usually done, but I like that, but just a little bit of that taste, okay? All right. And Christine Isabel sells these. She makes these boa scarves. You got your 2 dish towels on the end, because I need them because I'm always messy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put, let me get this open. This is the home canned. I hear that seal. I'm telling you, these seal so good. There we go. Did you hear that? So I'm going to, you see, we put the sauerkraut on first. Sauerkraut, onion, and garlic. Sauteed. I wished I could, I'll show you when I get the sauerkraut on. And that's all been sauteed with the onions. And there's 3 tablespoons on each one. Which a half stack should be higher. So, you know. I'm going to go ahead and put 4 tablespoons on. Hello. Yeah, it's salty. I home canned it. It's salty, but I rinsed it and everything, and we're having a treat today. we're both doing very well. He's keeping his water weight down, and we both we're doing good. So we're going to have us a treat. Going to have us a treat. In which, let me see here. I rinsed it really good, but there's still salt in that. But it's not real salty. This is one that I didn't brine a long time. And I only got one left. So I'm still going to can sauerkraut because that's something that we eat once in a while, not every day. But here is the stack, the half stack. It's got the rye bread and the sauteed kraut, homemade, with garlic and onions sauteed in it. You can see all that mixed in there together, see? Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Whoops, sorry. Got to see my bananas I was going to make banana bread with. Okay, now we'll set this aside. Because, Michelle, we've been following this for 5 weeks now, or 6. And we're doing good. We don't do this all the time. We don't get on it and then get off. We're sticking to the guns. But today is our day. It's Saturday. So we're going to have this. And I've got, now this is salty too. This beef brisket that I canned. It's salty too. I didn't put any salt in it, and I didn't put the packet in it. And I'll give it a taste. Very salty to me. But so good. Anyway, this is salty too. Now I'm just going to take this and just kind of shred it over the top, and then I'll show you it. Yeah, Tom, I'll have to get a video of him. He is really, his stomach's went way down. It's not real big and hard anymore. It doesn't protrude out. It's just, it's out, but it's not, it's not anything like it was. It's better than it's been in years. He's starting to get his spunk back. He'll be 81 in 2 months. He's doing pretty good. Okay, now we got that. Okay, now let me let you see this. Let me wash my hands here, or wipe them off. Okay. Let me turn you around. Now here's this. This is the home canned corned beef I had canned. I got about 6 more jars of it. One of these days, on our next Saturday, we're going to have the corned beef and diced potatoes and onions. So there we are. For that much. Now, we've got the Thousand Island, and I told you yesterday I was either going to use Thousand Island or Russian, but I want to stick with the Thousand Island. So I'm going to be pouring this down over here. And I'm allowing us 2 tablespoons, but I'm not sure if it's going to take that much or not. I'll just put another half on and see. I don't think we need a lot of that. Enough to, though, let it run down over. Just kind of run down into that. I don't have any on that side. Okay, now here is the Thousand Island on it. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a quick work. Here I go again, showing you my old rock bananas I'm going to make banana bread with. I'm going to go ahead and quickly put this in the oven for while I talk to you, just for a few minutes, and then we're going to put the cheese on it. So, I'll have to put this back in the jar. I'm going to eat a piece of that. Mm-mm. Oh my goodness, it's good. I've sit and looked at them jars and looked at them. And I finally decided to go ahead and make us a whole sandwich would add. The rye bread has 90 milligrams of salt. But mind you, we drink a lot of water. And so the rye bread that I'm using has 90 milligrams of sodium. And the cheese has, now it's funny because this private selection cheese has 40 milligrams in it, okay? I'm going to be using 2 of them. So that's 80 milligrams. And then, of course, your kraut and that. So, yes, it is a very salty meal. And my husband's going to know it, too. He may reject this because I've noticed that, what was it? I don't know what it was now, but we have him trained enough that he knows what he can have, what he can't. He's not tempted, because he was eating something one day and I thought it tasted, had good seasoned salt in it. But the way I season things, you can't tell. And I use no salt, a little bit of it. It's working. But he said, man, that's salty. I said, that's what the world has out there. It's got salt in everything. So he's noticing And I notice when I give him something, a portion, he may eat a lot of the other stuff and half portion the meat. So he's really doing good. So this has 40, and the Sargento, which looks so good, it has 45 milligrams of sodium. That's a lot of sodium for cheese, in cheese. And that's why our cheese, this is what's left in our cheese drawer. We got one thing or two things in the back refrigerator, but I used to stock up on cheese like crazy. I would have a whole drawer in the refrigerator full of cheese. I would have it in the back refrigerator full of cheese. We're down to this now. So we gave a lot of it away. And I love Swiss, and he likes Swiss. And, of course, we keep mozzarella for our dog because she likes a little mozzarella cheese for a treat. She's funny that way. So let's just let that cook a minute. And I've explained myself away here. Okay, so we're just waiting on that to just, you know, cook a bit. I'm drinking cold tea, sugarless tea. It always gets cold before I get it to drink it. So everybody's probably out and about today or getting ready for Memorial Day. We're going to be going to my youngest son's house for a cookout. And so I'm just going to make a couple things to take. One of them will be deviled eggs. And the other, I'll figure that out as I go. So I think that's been in there long enough to put the cheese on. So let me go grab it really quick. And now look. Now look. Just don't burn myself here. Let me get you so you can look. There we go. That looks like cheese on there, just with that Thousand Island. So far we got this, and we've got it heated through. Okay. Got a mess on my table with sauerkraut. Okay, now I'm gonna go with the I guess the Sargento or Private Selection. It has 40, so I'll go with it. Hey, saving 5. It's like money. If I can save 5 cents, if I can save 5 things for sodium, I really, really realize that I'm cheating by doing this. I mean, I really realize that. Hi, Laura. How are you? Did they put you in your regular room yet? Now I'll put cheese over that and we'll put her back in the oven. And Laura, I understand you being scared and afraid. I know you private messaged me because of what's happened before. You know, they found you unconscious once and then they found you unconscious twice. And you've been through a lot of scary things. And I understand that fully. You know, I'm not taken away from that at all. I would be a little apprehensive too, you know, but we're trusting, okay, we're trusting that you are going to come through this, remember, because we have to meet in Indiana. So we're trusting you get through this part of it. You've already been through a deep, dark valley, okay? But now that you're out of ICU, that's one more step. And I know it's hard to, Laura, it's hard to, after you've been through what you've been through, and you just kind of think, oh no, I've done it the second time now. They've found me unconscious, and I've got this septic and dialysis and all that. But don't you ever give up. There was times I wanted to give up in 2007. Really. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do one more thing. And we just encourage you, do that one more thing. Because we're going to see you get through this. There you go, Laura. That's what I want to hear. That's right. So let me show you putting me the cheese on. This is a half stack rye with home canned corned beef brisket. And this is the Italian, or not Italian, but it's the kraut, the corned beef, and then the Thousand Island. And now we're going to go ahead and put the cheese on there. Okay. I'm trying to cut it in half. I'm glad they're putting this in slices and saying there's 40 milligrams of sodium, because if they didn't, I'd be eating hunks of it. Yeah, I just tore that. Now let me put it on there and put it back together, okay? And I told you I was going to use 2. Okay. When you have a day when you choose that you could eat what you want, you don't really ballpark it really good, but it really is good to have something different. And I had the nutritionist tell me that when you're doing stuff like this, you need to have a day where you eat something else completely different than what you would eat, and it shocks your body. Like if you get on a plateau or something, it shocks your body. She told me that a few years ago. It's going to get shocked today. Going to get shocked today. I'll put that over there. And that one over there. We'll just kind of throw it on there. But it's a beautiful half stack. A whole stack would be the whole sandwich. A Reuben stack, low carb, would be no rye, no bread at all. So I'm going to throw this in the oven. I'll be right back and let this melt down over there. And then we'll get a look-see. There's several people want to see this. We're going to do it. Don't take me long to make a mess. Oh, JC wants to come cook with me. Is she watching? I wonder what she would want to cook. JC, what would you want to cook? Hi, Mary. How are you? There's all kinds of things that we could cook. All kinds of stuff. Different things. I don't cook a lot of stuff like I used to fix. You know how I did. I would fix enough for a little short of an army. But that's another thing that I had to learn while he was learning. And I was basically teaching him what they taught me. And a lot of the stuff they taught me, I had already been taught in 2007. But we go along life and we end up back the way we was. And we don't make it a life change. But you tell Nigel he can come here from Ireland and work on my bathroom if he wants to. And I will be glad to help and clean it afterwards. She wants to cook pizza. That could be possible. We have mozzarella and we have, I don't have pizza sauce, but we could make our own. And we can make our own dough. That would be easy, probably. But, or I got some frozen pizza up there in the freezer that you sent us, Mary Lou, from your work. Just get that out and put it on a tray and put it in the oven and let her eat it. I'm sure he's going to want to hop a plane and come all the way here from Ireland just to do this little old country girls in this little tiny village's bathroom. Oh, wouldn't that be a beautiful, beautiful live video? If you guys could come here and I could video doing that bathroom and see the makeover, then everybody would want him to do it. Because when you do something good, everybody wants it. Oh, I know what I was going to make. I was going to make some, and I've already done this online, but I was going to make some more cauliflower potato salad in case they have potato salad over there. Then Tom can eat the cauliflower. Me and him can eat that because it's low carb. And, hey, we're going to a cookout. We do, Mary Allison. We serve an awesome God, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed to be who I am. You know, Thursday night I was teaching in church and I was singing that song, The World Behind Me, the Cross Before Me. And Mary Allison, that's you. You know, the world behind you and the cross before you. And you know, you are here for a great purpose, you know, or we'd both be gone. So I'm praising the Lord for your getting better. And I know a lot of people's prayed, but the one that got you through it was God first and then you. Because people can pray and pray and pray, but if it's not in us, then we won't get better. You know, every day I get up, I tell my legs they belong to me, and I have authority over them. So I learned in 2007, you have to have that mentality to get better, you know, to make yourself get up and go. And believe me, yesterday was one of them sit down and do nothing days for me. I didn't want to do anything. Praise God, you know. I'm just really happy that you have that in you, that you know you're a fighter. And so is Laura, you know. Laura is fighting really hard right now. And that's where we need to lift each other up and be there for each other. We can't be there in person. We sure can be there in prayer and stuff. So you got to keep letting us know how you're doing. Maybe one of these days you'll do a live. I'm drinking that cold tea I left sit out this morning. So there's only one more piece of cheese left. Out of that packet. You don't get much in these. Oh no, there's one piece of cheese left that I got out. My bad. I better taste it since I'm a cook. I need to taste it and see if it's good enough. It's better than good enough. Now, other people put, I don't know if it's provolone or another kind of cheese sometimes on their different stuff because it melts easier. But I'm gonna stick with the Swiss. If it doesn't melt as good, it means it's probably not real. Anyway, but it costs like it was real. I'm gonna go check it, and if it's ready, I'm gonna bring it out and show you. Ooh, yeah. It's ready. And boy, the smells that's coming from that. The smells that's coming from this is so awesome. So everybody, here it is. The half stack. Reuben. The Reuben half stack. It's got one piece of rye. And then that cheese melted. That's real cheese because it melted very nicely. Push that up in there. And I done it in the dish that one of the dishes Shirley Bryant sent me. And look at this. It's just sliding right. Just sliding. Really nice dish. There we go. If I can get, let me turn you around. And I will get one more thing, and then I won't keep you on here. Okay. Here's what it looks like on the plate. Look at that. Oop, Pam, that thing's hot now. Me and Tom talk to ourselves sometimes, and he'll ask me, he said, you talking to yourself or me? And I said, me. And he'll talk, and I'll say, you talking to yourself or me? And he'll say, talking to myself. Like, okay, let me know when you want to talk to me here. I'm the only one that's allowed to call myself dummy. Okay. Trying to do too much here. Hold on. Move that over. Move this out. Okay. Since Tom is back there talking on the phone, we will take a little bit of this. Cuts nicely. I'll show you underneath all that goodness underneath there. See what's hiding under the cheese? Sauerkraut sauteed in onions and garlic, and home canned corned beef brisket, and the Thousand Island dressing, and cover it over, blanket that half stack over. Reason why I call it a half stack is because it's not low carb. It's not low carb as it would be without the rye, and it doesn't have another piece of rye on it on top, so it's not a whole sandwich, and it's not a no sandwich. It's a half stack. So it is going to be delicious. Worth my Saturday wait for this. That cheese has that little bit of flavor. Sorry, Mary. You know we always get hungry when we see someone else doing these shows, but I can't just take pictures and show little. I can do our other dinners, but once in a while you got to have something that everybody would like to just have for a day, that they're wanting something different. Was it worth the wait? It doesn't taste real salty. I think because I rinsed the sauerkraut and the cheese, kind of all them flavors together made it taste good. The Thousand Island blends in so well with this. Now, you know, you could go out to the store and just buy you a nice little bag or can of kraut, rinse it off, and saute some onions and kraut and garlic together, and do this. Get you some Thousand Island, and go to that deli and get you some of that corned beef brisket or beef brisket, and put one of these together. That little bit of rye helps make that more of a Reuben. That's better than good. It's delicious. Something's crunching. What's crunching? You ever get that one little piece in your mouth that crunches or something? You want to know what it is? It was a piece of kraut. Cheese. Now Tom will have to use a knife with his, because he don't like to dig like I do. He just likes to take a knife real delicately and fix it. Y'all try these. They're a good lunch. I haven't been eating a lot of bread at all. But with a Reuben, even if it's a stacked Reuben without the bread for low carb, I gotta have my rye in it. If I'm gonna go that far to make one of these, I've gotta have the rye too. So when he gets off the phone and stuff, I'll heat his back up a little bit. He's been busy back there with his records. Yum, yum. Mm. Mm. It's delicious, but it's a lot. It doesn't look like a lot when you're starting, but it is. It's very, very fast filling. So you might want to eat half of it and half later. It's so good. I don't know if you can, but get on there, cheese. You ain't going to leave me. There we go. No, I was going to use Russian, sis, but I just used Thousand Island, and I think it goes good with the Thousand Island. So use Thousand Island. And, you know, if you're wanting a low carb, then don't put the rye bread under it. But I toasted a rye bread piece and put under it because, like I said, I got to have the rye bread with this. Mm. You can make these. I don't want to hurry that bite. Make these. Take them to a dinner. Just heat them up real quick. You could stack. That dish is still hot. Wow. You could put them down a baking dish like the one Shirley got me that I showed you. And then just stack them down through there. And you could probably make 6 to 8 of them in a regular 9x13. You could do 8. And it could be something different that you could take to a special dinner, or if you have someone over. Easy. Just go grab your ingredients. You know, do your crowd, have it ready. You could do it ahead of time. And it would really make a good thing. I had a lady that ordered, went on to an online auction, and I've been selling stuff because I'm tired of stuff being around. I'm just sick of it. So I've been really clearing out a lot of kitchen items. And she ordered something off of me, and she won it because we do an auction. Not us, but we go on an online auction. And then at the time that I give them, that I will be there at a certain time in a parking lot, like Dollar General somewhere, they'll come and get it. Well, this lady came and got something of mine, bought it off of me and paid me for it, and left and went and talked to someone else. And finally, you know, I was still sitting there waiting on a person. She came back over and she said, you know, I love watching you cook. She said, I watch it, my kids watch it. She said, but sometimes I'm not on there right when you're live. She said, but I watch them anyway. And it kind of gave me the incentive that, there's people out there. I didn't even know she lived around me. Sometimes I have no clue. But she was telling me about the kraut. She watched the kraut when I did and kept checking it when I made the kraut. And she said, I got to do me some kraut. I want to do me some kraut. I said, you won't be sorry. But I didn't do a lot. I only done 2-gallon batches. So this is probably the end, because I thought I had another one, but I don't see it in there. This is probably the end until I do more. So I'm going to go ahead and work up some more cabbage when cabbage is plentiful, and do some more. And you could do things like this with it. You can already have your stuff on the shelf waiting on you. So anyway, this caramel I found in there, I don't even think I can open it. It's sticking to me. Let me see here. I ate off of this. Still good. But it's grainy. What does that mean? It means it's been in the refrigerator too long and it's turned grainy. The sugar content in it has turned grainy on me. So I'll be getting rid of that. Or else melting it down and putting it over something. We'll see what I do with it. So anyway, I love seeing you guys and talking to you. We'll be doing more of these. More of the shows on what we're making. What I'm going to be making. So I'll wait and eat this later with Tom. Very, very filling. So, there you are. Half stack Reuben sandwich. God bless you all. I love you. And there's my leftover that I'll be eating later. I'll probably wait and have this supper with my cabbage and onions that I'm going to saute up. Anyway, God bless y'all. I love you. Have fun with Mom, sis. I wished I could come down and spend some church time with you again. But I can't. I've got another place to be. So anyway, I love you all. And tell JC that Mama and her can make one. But Mommy's going to be here with her. Because Mommy needs to help. Anyway, God bless y'all. I love you.